Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net. Going to do a pitch analysis here. Christian going to pair him up with Eric Orsi. Coming out of leg lift, you can see Eric, as his lift leg breaks his front hip, he's more farther down the mound here than Christian. Christian is still pretty stacked up over the mound. So Eric is already building more momentum out of leg lift. He's also sitting more into the drive leg, so seeing good what we call triple flexion. Hip, knee, ankle. Okay. He continues to ride that. Look how late he is into opening. He's still closed on his front side, still loaded back here. So we really get that good linear force vector. You can see right here, Christian is higher center of mass, so he's loading less into that hip socket, and because of that, he's pushing the shin down, losing torsion. So we talk about if we sit into this hip, and then it allows us to load the femur in external rotation, or keep it stable in external rotation. This would be like loading a little bit more into the quad and losing that torsion, that stability. Staying closed, but once again, you could see Eric's lower center of mass farther down the mound, and that's what typically means you're building more energy. When you're moving farther, faster, and a lower center of mass allows you to move farther. So let's take it into leg drive. So you see Eric opens up and is able to triple extend. You see the toes curling. He triple extends in the front foot. We see a good hip extension, knee, ankle extension. You can see as Christian turns in the front foot, you see a lot of rotation out of the back leg, not as much extension. You don't see the toes curling. You see the knee going down, the foot staying flush. So there's a little late push here, but not as dynamic. So therefore, we don't get good hip extension or knee extension in the front foot strike. Not only that, Eric's a little bit more closed off with his upper body, a little bit more delayed with his upper body. Christian's front foot is a little bit more open because there wasn't a lot of power pushing the back hip around, so the front leg opened up more to help rotate the back hip. So you can see when we go into loading the arm, Eric's already getting more forward trunk tilt, moving into trunk rotation. If we look at Christian here moving in trunk rotation, not as forward. It definitely looks like more front leg extension out of Eric, maybe even more external rotation. And then we see even going into pitch release, we probably see very similar trunk finishes, but a little bit more probably with Eric in front leg extension, but close. So if we definitely can see Eric lowered his center of mass better. Eric got more triple extension, more than likely. Let's even see it front foot. At front foot, we see the triple extension. We see too, probably the same distance. Trying to see the stride distance, maybe some in the stride distance. But we saw Eric earlier building momentum out of leg lift, and we saw him at front foot with a little bit more forward trunk, which means the trunk transferred more momentum into front foot. So another indication there's more than likely more momentum, more power into front foot. Like I said, we saw better triple extension, which more than likely meant more hip to shoulder separation. So the hip orientation here with Christian is more closed, a little more open with Orsi compared to the shoulder. Shoulders are similar, but Eric's hips are a little more open because of that triple extension. And then we saw a little bit better transfer of energy through the trunk, through the upper body. And the other thing is Eric Orsi's 195 pounds. I'm sure Christian is not 195 pounds. So you have an athlete moving who's bigger. He's 6'5", 195 pounds. He's bigger and moving faster out of leg lift, separating better, driving better, transferring a little better. So ideally, if you're going to beat someone bigger than you, you're going to have to do what they're doing better than them. So you can see a lot of improvements here, and also a lot of body composition improvements that need to come with it if you really want to get to an elite level.